Hello, and welcome back to The King is Watching. Right, we're going to continue on from where we left off. I believe we had just managed to beat the previous difficulty tier and purchase ourselves the final upgrade on this upgrade path. So this entire page is completely full now. We can probably start looking, I think at this point, towards getting more advisor slots. I think is probably a good idea. So we'll start moving along here to the next advisor, and then we'll probably fill in this whole section over here, because this one, if you follow these lines, you actually have to zigzag all the way around here to the end to get the next advisor slot. So we can get 2 advisor slots fairly easily here, but then when we want the final one, it's going to be a long trek through things that cost like 100 and odd each. So it's, yeah, before we do that, we probably want to maybe unlock some new kings and get maybe like some troop limit upgrades and things. But now though, what we need to focus on first, this will be the first opportunity to unlock all 3 king abilities, so we'll finally be able to get this request tribute. So yeah, we'll be able to request tribute from our peasants every 250 seconds. It will cost us a bit of money, but we'll get 90 resources of our choice. That, I can tell you now, is a huge ability. It's absolutely massive. Like, there's been numerous times where, I mean, first of all, it's an exchange rate of 1 for 3, so 1 gold for 3 of any other resource is really good exchange rate. But secondly, it's of your choice. Like, I mean, we'll see when we get the ability, but assuming that that's right, that it's just we'll get to pick any resource, by all means, we could get 90 like forged iron bars, you know, and you need those for upgrades on certain buildings. It's like, well, we won't have to wait for those. We won't have to go and get special forges or furniture shops or wineries or whatever to be able to make special resources. We'll be able to just get a bunch. So that could be a pretty big game-changing ability right there. Anyway, we'll be heading in at difficulty 2, as per usual. Well, not per usual, it's first time we've had all 3 bosses now. So as we can see, all 3 are available there. And we do get more resources at the start now, so we'll get a nice big starter pack. So we can get some swordsmen and some clay. I don't think there's any point getting the black sheep unless you get like buildings that work with the black sheep, like altars and things. And I'm not really bothered about just getting a bunch of water. We can get plenty of that resource whenever. So I'm honestly tempted by the clay, because it also comes with those troops. Now remember, the training wheels are off, so things are going to be a bit more difficult now. Things will cost more. It'll take more to hire troops and things. Right, let's get these built. Excellent. Right. We'll go with, you know what, we'll go with the swordsman barracks. We'll take a crystal mine, some denarii, and we'll get started with our first prophecy. So, looks like we're going to have some levy barracks to get us started with, and then just some resources. I guess extras will take. Ooh, can do more wall busters with those, and getting some advanced production early could be a good shout. Right, we'll do that. And we'll get a sawmill. That's pretty good get right away. Right. We've got plenty of wheat. So we'll get to work with these. What do we need for the swordsman barracks? We'll need some iron ore. So I was mentioning, you'll be able to get some really good resources early on without having to necessarily have buildings for them. With that third king ability that we stand to unlock at the end of this. This is exactly the scenario that will be useful for. Right. Okay, so we want an iron mine next, really. Managed to take out 2 of them. One's badly wounded. Oh, they got one, but not the other. A black sheep barn. You know what? I'm gonna go for it, and then we're gonna go with. We'll go Assassin's Temple actually. Let's hope we can get ourselves some iron ore soon. In the meantime, now let's see. See if we can build this sawmill up, and I guess we'll start a marketplace. Right, so we'll sell wheat. We'll put the sawmill up. In fact, we won't put the sawmill up. Now we'll put it up. Pop it down right there. It does mean that it'll slow down production on this tree for a moment, briefly. But what that allows us to do... Oh, it's killed his swordsman. We'll definitely go for more swordsmen. One thing I've definitely found out... And, ooh, what are we doing here? Animal farm. That looks interesting. So we could just get meat from that, or we can get wine. Wine gives you a big morale boost, which equals lots of extra damage. So we'll go with that first. Right. We'll get ourselves plenty of cash. And again, we want to look out for an iron mine as soon as we can. If we don't get one from this drop, we might get one from a trader. Our swordsmen are dead. We'll send everyone to the barracks. Oh, we're out of wheat because we've been selling it all. Hang on. Let's turn it off from selling anything for a brief moment. We've got plenty of health, so we can withstand this for quite some time. We're going to produce all the troops we need. 1, 2. Taking a bit of a knock, but again it's fine. We've got health to spare. Send those out. Use this ability. All in one big blob. There they go. Straight for the crossbowmen. And they didn't stand a chance. We will take, I guess, grapes. And we're going to go for... So a fuel pump will just literally, yeah, produce... Okay, interesting. I guess we'll get a fuel pump. Now we need a bit of wheat. This should be no problem for us. Right, another swordsman barracks. Interesting. Lumberjack's field. Nothing here that could produce ore. But we can buy some ore. There isn't anything here I'd rather get. Is there? Ooh, wine when you kill an enemy is pretty good. Ah, we can't afford it though. The only things we can afford are some little rubbishy upgrades down here. Right, we're gonna get the swordsman barracks, and we're gonna get some ore. It's gonna be a swordsman run this time, it would seem. And our gaze has been upgraded. Fantastic. Right. Some point it will offer us some. I mean, we're getting 2 basic production and a relic here. Well, an artifact, so it shan't be too long before we eventually do get some kind of iron ore producing building. And when we do, oh, we're going to have a very good time of it. We'll produce some more troops here to help out. I should have probably done that a moment earlier, but so they'd have all gone in together, but whatever. We'll trade for a bit of gold as well while we're doing this. Right, artifact is summon a toad when a production building is depleted. Red eye, all buildings 5% better production. Right, get the denarii. Right, we want iron. Well, that was convenient. And yeah, that was pretty good. We can also, I think that basic construction can also be turned into an iron mine as well if we wanted it to, but we'll see. We could re-roll this, but we could just go for the slingers. We are going to need a lot of iron here, aren't we? We're definitely going for this denarii. And we're going for this denarii. And then I guess we'll just... Bandits and a giant. Probably better with that than a shaman. Okay. Bandits and a giant. Well, that sounds familiar, so we can do... Again, goblins and a shaman. We will put... You know what? Maybe not do the giant there. We'll do goblins and a shaman and goblins and a shaman again. So we're doubling that one up. 2 lizards. I'd love these advanced productions, but you know what? We'll do shaman and lightning mage, because these are all backline units then. They're all sat at the back, so there won't be anything protecting them, so we can just quickly run through and crush them. Right. On that note, pop these down here. Right, so we need... Okay, we're going to need a lot of iron. Right, Right. Let's get some troops training. Now we'll spawn them in the barracks, waiting. This will be ready in a little while. spawn these in as they hit the walls. Right, get the extra guy here. There we go. Get some water. And quick replenishment. Raise militia. Then spawn to capacity. Get back on the iron. Yep, just the wave of guys just walks forwards. Right. I'm going to get the furniture shop. It's a longer run this. It's going to go for 3 bosses. I think we can find a carpentry. We've got that early. So we might be able to get... We've got plenty of time to find one. Right, what do we need for this? So we need iron ore and we need iron ore and wheat. Right, so we're producing plenty of iron ore. Let's get producing some troops. There we go. There should be plenty to deal with the next wave. Troop capacity, we're going to want some more wheat. We're absolutely melting them. 80 denarii, absolutely fantastic. Are we out of fields? Okay, we need to be very careful what we produce next. Because we're already running low on small fields. Yeah, it could be a while before we get one as well. We might want to turn this basic construction into, yeah, just a field, essentially. I'll pop this down here and this here. Right. Get these all produced. There we go. Next one of these is going to need, yeah, a lot of iron, as you'd expect. And we are going to need a continuous supply of iron for our units. So we want to be looking at... Let's see, so... Ooh, more slingers. So we're going to do slingers and swordsmen. Right, winery production speed, assassins HP. Yeah. Make the assassins way better, so they're not squishy anymore now. Now they're actually a really good frontline unit, almost like on par with some of the champions you can hire. Right, we're gonna start popping down more buildings. There goes our iron. Now we don't want to overdo this. Yeah, let's just stick with that for now. Right, there we go. That's our unit roster for now. We're at 13 and 13. We need a lot more wood to get any more, which we can get and we will slowly move towards, but we're not going to spend any more iron because we need it to replenish troops, and it could be a while before we get some. Right, trader, what have we got? So we've got 150 denarii. Wood when you create units. When one of your troops dies, another gets buffed. Bosses are damaged for 10% of their max HP after introduction. So this basically makes bosses easier to beat. Interesting. We could get... Most of these barracks, aren't they? They're unit buildings. We've got a vineyard. We already own a vineyard, though, if I'm not mistaken. We can get a golden sawmill or a regular mill. Or we could go for upgrades. Better market. Magic school gives you a choice instead of random stuff. Or we can get some troop training. I think we'll get troop training. And I'm going to buy some metal because we might need some later on. And I'm going to buy some ore, because we've got a limited stock at the moment. So this would be assassins, peasants, and black sheep. This would affect the slingers. Grunts having more damage isn't really a big thing, whereas ranged, these are our damage dealers, so we should definitely go with the ranged there. The peasants really just speed bumps to get in the way of the enemy hitting our slingers, basically. Okay, here we go. So, we've got some lizard men, well, some lizard riding goblins, but yeah. There we go. Artifact. Receive 30 of each resource, or when one of your troop dies, an explosive scarecrow will be created. Great, makes our grunts better, basically. Our peasants will now leave behind a nasty surprise. We definitely want the iron mine. And we're gonna go with... We'll go with the grapes, actually. There's a gold mine, but I'm gonna go grapes here. Levy barracks. Ooh, definitely assassins. Denari, we'll get the spell. Both of the... Yeah, we'll go for the Wrath. Just buff our troops for 6 seconds. This is good, but you'd kind of have to time it perfectly. And it's not that great. Right. We're definitely going to want these basic productions. We'll take the one with the lightning mage last, and we'll go with these crossbowmen and lizards here. Advanced production. I guess we'll face more lizards off here. Bandits and a giant. Pop that there, and we'll go for this at the end here. Leave the lightning mage till last because I find them a bit scary. Ooh, we could get 2 basic productions, but if we were just going to turn those into small wheat farms anyway, we might as well just get a wheat field because that gives you 1,000. We'll blame the farms. Okay. We're gonna want, let's have a look. To build the great bushes we'll need a bit more gold, and this will need a lot more gold. We've not got a gold mine yet either. We'll start going through this. And yeah, look to get these wheat. In fact, I could just move that up, and then we can just pop this down here, there, rather than waiting for the other one to be used up. So we need a lot of gold. If we want the winery to be online. In the meantime, if we can get a lot of iron, which we're starting to get, we can get these swordsman barracks. And there go the trees. We should cut through these like, yeah, hot knife through butter. But I'm saying that, they're actually doing a lot of damage. We were wanting a gold mine, now we've got one. The fairy fountain is pretty good, we can just kind of set it and forget it. We could just, I don't know, throw it somewhere. Right, Assassin's Temple. And then we've got Swordsman Barracks. We're going to need start selling some wheat here. We're gonna need a good bit of gold here. Right, oh, we need to take a moment to just quickly replenish troops. It's a good job we did. We're getting through most of these riders. There we go. We'll spawn in the barracks now. Because, yeah, we're just sending them out there to die really at the moment with that many crossbowmen there. And now that they've got close to the doors, we'll let this last swordsman train, there we go, and we will be able to easily close that gap now. We've got a slinger at the back as well, hitting them. There we go. Sometimes you have to kind of use the fact that they move toward you to your advantage. Evasion gives units a chance to dodge attacks for 8 seconds, or can stun enemies for 4 seconds. We'll use blinding light, and we will go for, I guess we'll finally get that animal farm going. Right. Oh, they're getting melted. That scarecrow's gonna, yep, blow most of them up. It's been a pretty good get, that. There goes the lightning mage we were worried about. We'll take, I'm tempted to say great bushes, but also the tree wouldn't be awful, because we're not gonna have loads of stuff forever. Spends fuel to produce cannonballs. Start shooting when enemies are present. Ooh. That's actually pretty good. Now that just kind of works with our fuel pump. I'm gonna grab it. We're gonna try using a. What do we need here? Oh, we've run out of water for the pump. That's why it wasn't doing anything. That makes a lot of sense. Right. The iron mine is good, but I feel like, yeah, we should maybe look to maybe get another so that we're getting the iron a bit faster. Let's see what we can buy. We'll get another fairy fountain. We're gonna buy some metal. Wow, white unicorn field. What? That's a bit crazy. Carpentry. We were wanting one of these. We'll buy that. And we'll buy... I mean, honestly, I'm tempted with an Assassin's Templar or Swordsman barracks. Let's get a Swordsman barracks. Right, and oh, the boss is next. Oh god damn. That's the point, they're like a big AoE boss, aren't they? We might not really have what it takes to do anything against them. It could be a problem even. We need more iron to produce more assassins if we're wanting those. I'm honestly thinking this is just going to be a wheat field. We'll send some more militia out. We will poisonous roots that damage and push enemies away. Sure, let's use that. Increase my troops' damage. We're doing a good job. We'll spawn to barracks rather than on the field. Right, it did a nice amount, but not loads, and she's still got a heal with her. So, let's use this. We'll boost production, and again, big production boost. Produce loads and loads of units. Fantastic. We'll let this get down to maybe 20-ish. There we go. Let these 2 units just finish. There. Spawn them in. It is a bit of a hard counter, the fact that she does so much AoE. Annoyingly, this guy's still there as well. We're going to need more wheat. Spawn what we've got. That might just about do it. We're definitely going to want a brick factory at the end of all this if we can get one. I think an assassin would be the best thing to get right now, but I want to produce one. Do we not have... No, we've not got enough ore. We've used it all on the swordsman. Right. Spawn some guys. Yeah, we're going to need ore here. Without it we can't spawn guys that can actually withstand her, which is a problem. Right. Let's produce some troops. This should do it. Spawn them in, spawn some militia. There we go. We took way more damage than we should have, but we got her. Legendary artifact. Comfy bed. All troop buildings unit capacity by 1. Troop training. Range will do our slingers. You know, the grunt one might actually, as much as like we should probably do ranged, because again they're going to be our main DPS, there is an argument for grunts getting more damage, because it also includes assassins. And the thing is with the assassins now, is we now have assassins that have plus 200% HP, and another important thing is each one can hold 2 people now because of that artifact. This just became an assassin's run. Right, we're leaning into that. I guess the geese training field? Legendary spell. Well, freeze has... bosses have resistance to it, so we'll go Armageddon. And we'll go with a gold mine, why not? Prophecy, Shaman Swordsman, sure. Just tons of guys. Bat Rider, why not? Sunface can go there and there. We're gonna go for all building upgrades. Woman and Lizards, that could actually be a pretty nasty one. We'll put that with those. Let's try that. I'm not bothered about loads of magic things because we're not going to have room once we've got all these barracks down. I'll take the grapes. We can turn it into wine that gives us a big bonus in combat. Next boss is the dragon. That's not awful. Let's see then. We need iron. Really, we need to get a second iron mine down here. That's what we really need. Right. In fact, yeah, I'm going to say if we end up with a trader at some point, I want to look for anything that's going to get us more iron coming in. Kingdom infrastructure, veteran barracks, building upgrades. We're not going to get any iron anytime soon. But I stick by my decision. I think getting like building upgrades, I think getting building upgrades is bigger than getting an extra iron mine. Right. Piling that wheat into our stores. Get these troops trained. Right, we've got a battlefield full of guys. The rider is dead, we've lost one guy, two guys, and we're shredding them. Brick factory. Oh, or we can sacrifice black sheep for permanent morale for each sheep sacrificed. Ooh, but we're low on health. Chance of getting extra gold from the gold mine. Sure, sounds pretty good. Right. We need to get some of this wheat sold to get a gold mine down. And then we're going to tear through this gold mine and replace it with a bigger, proper gold mine. Now this is more just like a gold vein. That other one's a gold mine. Right. And we want to get loads of assassins' temples built. Because that looks like where our build is going to be at with this. We need a way of getting clay as well. If we can get some more clay... Oh god, look how many there are. Oh. Everything died suddenly. I'm guessing one of those scarecrows exploded, right? I'm gonna Falcon's camp, though we can't build it yet. I think the repair speed on the brick factory is kind of nuts. So we're going to want a clay pit as well. We're getting a bit of a shopping list for production buildings here. We're going to need a forge if possible as well. For now, let's focus on this winery. So we've got 1,000,001 grapes apparently. Well, our assassins are absolutely mulching everyone. Right, we've got one of each. Oh no, wait, I'm there thinking like, we've got these buildings already. Well, let's get a new sawmill. No, it's the building upgrade, moron. No more random spells. Production boost. Boost provides 20% boost for production of neighbouring tiles. I think we'll go with the magic school just to remove the randomness from it. Oh, capacity by 2. That's kind of nuts. Like we can, just with these now, we can get up to 14 swordsmen. And we can put 2 more down. Like we can absolutely hit production capacity with swordsmen. We can go absolutely nuts with the amount of swordsmen we want. Now if we can eventually get just a block of iron mines down here, and then just a block of farms, we'll be able to just produce infinite swordsmen. And not to forget as well, like assassins and stuff. Right, there's a sacrificial stone. Receive a spell for each black sheep sacrificed. Interesting. Brick factory. When the HP of the castle is full, the building will accumulate charges. On 20 charges gathered, the charges are spent and the max HP is increased by 1 up to 100 HP can be earned this way. Ooh. Or we can just make the slingers swole. That is an option. Or we can buy that clay we need. Clay gold mine. Ooh, okay. We haven't got much denarii though, so we can't get much. I'm just going to upgrade the slingers. We need some production buildings, and we need them pretty... We're not quite dire yet, but we're getting there. And stop selling any of this, because we're going to need all the food we can for troops now, because we've not got more farms after this, which again is going to be something we need to look at as an issue. What do these cost? 8 grain. Right. Food-wise, these are really inefficient, but we've not got the ore to just keep making swordsmen further, that's the thing. Those crabs are going to kill a couple of guys before we finish them. Ore. Definitely ore. Swordsmen, loads of swordsmen and healer mages, but we get an artifact. I wouldn't put that with much else because that's going to be pretty difficult to overcome already. Some denarii. And... just got some stone golems. Golem pig and a shaman, we'll put that with them. In fact, we'll put just more stone golems there. Established production, so okay. We can do even more troop training here. I think I might use that apocalypse spell on this massive group of enemies. And there's some established production at the end. Ooh, what could I put that with? It's a giant and a bat rider. Let's put that at the end there. That looks good. We could get an artifact. Place the seal on 2 tiles. All troops' HP is increased by 20%. That's kind of crazy. Right. We need more food. We always need more food. Apparently. Just unending. Right. Yep, that helps. Artifact, and when choosing a reward, your first reroll is free, or we can have our guys turn into Cthulhu monsters. Yep. So now we create scarecrows and Cthulhu monsters when our units die. Swordsman damage up, grunt HP up. Swordsman damage, gotta be. I know the grunt HP again does affect the assassins. Really, it's not. Wouldn't be an awful pick. I think there's definitely an argument for both, but since we've got so many swordsmen that we're gonna end up with. Right, okay, let's have a look. Yeah, we really need something setting up here, don't we? How much more to get that gold mine? We need some iron ore, that's what we needed, wasn't it? Right. This is where that request tribute would come in. We'd just be able to request a bunch of metal there. Just a bunch of ingots and be able to pop down the... where is it? Pop the gold mine down here straight away. Oh well. Well, we're rinsing them, that's good news at least. I definitely want that increased damage on the swordsman at some point. Well, the only things we want to go for here are the warriors. But yeah, we're gonna need... Honestly, we need more iron mines. It's the one thing we desperately could use. Iron mines and farms. Soon we get a trader and then we've got the boss straight after. I worry about the boss because these aren't like the toughest of units. They're a bit squishy. They are kind of like glass cannons, I admit, but you know they've got the damage for them. But slingers are getting mulched. Got a lot of HP though, because they did get buffed that one time. Yeah, we're out of iron. That's not good. Start producing more iron. And there, they've done the big slam. Send out all the troops we can. Got him. I'm tempted to reroll that, but We'll go with the anti-goblin dust. Longbowman, I guess. We have an iron mine. Right, there's a wheat field, a potter's farm. Is there anything good here? Damage done by... ooh, 7 morale's pretty good. Damage to bosses from units increased by 10%. We could get that just as we're about to hit the boss. Troop train, but honestly, I'm tempted to just go wheat field and potter's farm. Because the potter's farm means we can get the brick factory going. Yeah. And we needed more farms, so we'll get that as well. The big thing is, it's not just that we've got more iron now before we run out, but it's that we're producing it twice as quickly, is the big thing here. Now to make the brick factory we are going to need a bit more clay. There we go. I think we'll put the carpentry and furniture store next to that, somewhere in this block here. For the meantime though, get plenty of iron, get plenty of troops, we're sending them all to the barracks right away. So we're going to have this initial wave of mostly melee troops here. And we're preparing our second wave already. And we'll get more iron while we're at it. There's some mages as well at the back. They're going to be shooting it as well as doing this. Which is going to be very frustrating. That's a lot of mages actually. Right. Second wave is out. Let's kill those mages. Slingers are in this wave as well. That should be pretty good. Thing is, now he's going to roast most of the units, which is why we need multiple waves prepared. The slingers have lived. That's pretty good. We've got some peasants we can throw out to just quickly protect the slingers to give them a bit more time before they get eaten. We'll boost production. We're going to need more food. Got 10 troops out. Doing alright, but not spectacular. And now he's hitting the walls. And we've gone. Ah, damn. What did we get? 36 we've got to spend. It gets us somewhere, but Right, our council. At the moment we've been getting... So Julian's pretty good. It gives us that nice celebration, but I don't think that's the best we've got. I think this fancy beard now, Sir Fancy Beards a lot, will give us cheaper troops and improve our production speed. I think we would have probably beaten Volcavia if we'd have had this advisor active instead. But can't do anything about it. We've only just unlocked him now. Next unlock will be another advisor slot. Then we have to start down here and go through these, because these two are not connected, weirdly. But yeah, so we'll go through those. There's some interesting ones. Again, a 7% chance of your dead troops being resurrected isn't awful, to be fair. Like, the amount of troops that we send out, that could be pretty decent. Or just one troop at the beginning of each wave getting annihilated isn't awful. Allowing you to see all upcoming bosses, I don't think that's as important. Julian might just get socketed back in. Either him or Phoenix, I think. Removes wheat producing buildings but grants a lot more denarii upon completing a wave. What? I don't even know how that would work. Requires the council building. Oh, I get it, yeah, they'll all require the council building, won't they? Because you need to be able to equip them. I was thinking it was like some kind of special building that you had to put down because you need something that will be able to get your food on. Well, whatever. Anyway, yeah. We maybe don't want to touch that one. That might be a bit too spicy while we're still trying to get through this part of the game. But we can head towards these two advisor slots next, I think. Then we'll probably swing back round to this. Maybe get these upgrades, especially the troop limit ones by then, I think. Oh, that's something I completely forgot. There's the research table, isn't there? I almost you almost forget that it's there, but yeah, we should have been using that to get some basic items, because we did need some more wheat fields. I could have had that running. Completely slipped in my mind. It's understandable, there's a lot of plates you've got spinning at once on the game. I don't think it affected things too much because we did manage to find that iron mine we needed, and we did manage to, well, we did manage with the wheat fields, we just got the things we wanted from the shops. But yeah, now though, I think that's been a pretty good run. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time where we'll give it another go with some cheaper troops. I'll see you then.